Hello. So, this is just a 5-minute under review of one of the latest animes I was watching called Kaguya-Sama, Love is War. I don't really have a lot of funny things to say about this one because it was actually really good. For the first episode, I was like, I mean, they're both kind of scary. I don't know. I don't know if I would really find this a healthy relationship thing. And then a couple episodes in, I was like, okay, it's getting better. And then about halfway through, I was like, oh my gosh, they're such pure, innocent little angels. Oh my gosh, I would ship this so much. And then pretty much by the end of the show, I was completely all in, and I was also like, oh my gosh, this poor girl, why can't she just be happy? Wow. So, Cayuga, whose name I really can't say correctly because the accent is just hard to nail for me, is the main character of the show. I mean, it's basically, they're both the main characters, her and the other guy whose name is also hard to remember. I think it's like Shinogane or something. That's his last name. And I never could remember his first name. And of course, the premise is that they're basically two tsunderes, each trying to get the other to crack and tell them first. Confess their feelings first, I should say. Which sounds like it would be really funny, but also really exhausting to watch that. So I was skeptical when I started watching, and I was surprised to find it was actually a really mature story. I was like, this seems like it would just be your average teen romance drama thing, but the way it was written, it actually had some really good advice about relationships and people in general. Not every moment focused just on the romantic relationship. They had moments that focused on friendships, the importance of doing unselfish things, the importance of making the world better, and why that made these two characters suited for each other. I think that some of the people who watched the show were expecting something a little bit more fiery. And while it had those moments, they weren't actually the ones I enjoyed the most. What I really liked was that by the end of it, I was convinced the two characters really should be together, and I was really rooting for the girl, Hyuga, who's ended up being kind of a very sympathetic person to watch. And I basically liked that the message was love is war. And you start out thinking love is war, like Much Ado About Nothing, a lot of Shakespeare comedies where the two people battle each other. And that's kind of what the show leads you to believe at first. And at first, it is true. But over the course of the show, both characters stop focusing on fighting each other and start focusing on trying to make the other person happy. And we end up seeing that love is war. It is. But the war isn't against each other. It's against the darkness, the sadness that gets in our way. It's against the circumstances that make love difficult. And against our own fear and our own insecurities. That's what we have to fight. And I thought that was a really great message. By the end of the show, we don't exactly, spoiler alert, get them together, but we do see a huge change in that Cayuga is finally willing to pursue her love interest out of gratitude instead of trying to make him talk to her first. He's still running away, but we'll give him another season maybe, if they get one. I hope they do. Even if not, it was really satisfying to watch. I really loved the message, and I'd be totally excited to see anything else this author of the manga would do. Anyway, hope you like that. Bye.